Hey everybody, this is Psychic Medium Ray, and I just had to give you the tea. Honey, it is sizzling hot. No, I'm not really here for the tea, but I want to talk about something. Did y'all see Jada on that red talk table with Will? Honey, if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. The tea is hot, the coffee is hot. I'm just putting my necklace on, but you need to check it out. So I want to talk about several things, because a lot of people, when I did my reading, like they've been messaging me. A lot of rays of light have been messaging me about this, about the fact that I was right, spirit was right, that I did say, you know, I felt like August's intentions were not authentic, and he has lied about a lot of stuff, but I did say I also felt like Jada wasn't being honest. Around 10 to 11 minutes into that reading, I said that I felt that she was kind of beating around the bush, but I said that I felt like she wasn't being totally honest, and I do feel like there was a relationship. Well, honey, she came on that red talk table, or the red table, and she talked about it, but the way that she positioned it was so, like, you know, bougie. It's like bougie in some ways. Like, she didn't want to, like, she danced around it. I'm trying to remember what was the words that she used. But she alluded to the fact that she did confirm, she didn't allude, she came out and she said, but it took some, like, Will had to kind of like push her and says, what did you do, Jada? And then she said, you know, well, basically what happened, for those of you that haven't watched it, is that her and Will were in a bad time in their marriage, right? At the time that August had come into their life, into Jada's life, and she wanted to help him, rehabilitate him, get him out of those you know, addictions and things that he was going through early on. But this happened like a long time ago, so it's not recent. And so she was going through, Will and her were almost like at a breaking point in their marriage, divorce possibly, and so she turned to that relationship with August, and this became almost like a symbiotic type of I don't know if that's the right word, but a mutual type of healing for the both of them. And she admitted that there was a relationship. Now, honey, it gets pretty hot in there. Like, people are speculating, was this a sexual relationship? But that's kind of like what she alluded to. She said she wanted to feel good. She hadn't felt good. I was like, ooh, honey. She was really going off in a certain way about that, but she kind of like was trying to be very respectful. Now, I did like the interview, because this is just my thoughts and opinions. I feel like she didn't throw shade at August, neither did Will, but I honestly also feel like, again, Will and her, they confirmed they've had their ups and downs, like I had said in the reading, but I also said in the reading that they were going to be together all the time. Like, I feel like they're just like, their relationship is weird, but they are basically, they need one another. Like, I don't know, like they're in it for the long haul. And that's what I said, and they confirmed that on the red talk table. Like, they didn't think they were going to bounce back from this, but at the end, Will kind of jokingly suggested that he would have some kind of, you know, side boo, a side piece. And you know, and that he would get back at her, and she was like, okay. So, like, I feel like they've had, like I said in the reading, I feel like they've had their own, you know, flings and things like that. And I also said that they were in an open relationship, but I did feel like Jada was going to come out and address it. And I said that in the reading, towards the end of the reading, I believe, that I did. And she did. She came out today, but I feel like, again, there was a lot of shame behind it, because now she is in the spot of the guest and Will was like the host. And so overall, I mean, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, poor August this and poor August that. Okay, I cannot excuse the behavior, because even though he was young, people are trying to excuse that and pull the card that he was young. He was an adult. He knew exactly what he was getting into. Drugs or no drugs or whatever. It takes two people to tango, okay? And the way that he positioned it out was like, it was a very romantic type of relationship. The way that he presented it, you know, it was like that Jada was like being sneaky. But the thing is, like even Will and Jada said, why now? Like, why after all this time why would he come out at this time? Now, mind you, he has an album release coming out. So, like, again, I had said in the reading, I saw all of this was for money. It was all about money for August. And I feel like in some ways that possibly he did blackmail Jada, or there was some blackmail that they may not talk about, things that were going to be leaked. Maybe maybe he didn't blackmail her, but there was definitely some information that was leaked out into the media that they were going to come out and say stuff or, you know, publish things. And so the fact that she had made, the only problem I have with Jada right now is that the fact that when she first commented, or her publicist or whoever, her people, commented that she had denied the allegations that she was in a relationship with him, it's like, that's not being honest. And the cards showed it, Spirit showed it, my gift, I saw that they were actually, and I saw there was lies too from August as well. So there is deception. I still stand by that. I feel like he's in it for the money. I feel like he is trying to hurt other people. He will end up hurting other people. People are excusing his behavior because poor August, he was young. Poor August, he had drug problems. And like, seriously, girl, wake up. He was no child. He was not in a, you know, a mental state where he didn't know what he was doing. He is not the victim in this, okay? And neither is Jada. They both mutually agreed to have a relationship, okay? But there was a lot that I felt like she wanted to say, but she couldn't say on the red table, right? So I feel like, you know, with the way I was looking at Will, it was like he didn't really want to be there. He didn't think it was necessary for her to do this. But again, I feel like there was a lot of the media and a lot of people like throwing shade at Jada and wanting an answer. The fact is that it's none of our business what they did. They're all adults, and the fact that August was playing the card, you know, playing the victim card, it's almost like he wants sympathy, so that, and it makes all sense now for album sales and whatnot, for promo. So like, if this happened many years ago, why are you airing dirty laundry? That is a very low thing to do, airing dirty laundry, that, you know, things that happened in the past. Like, for what reason? For clout? Because that's what he was doing it for clout. But anyways, that's just, you know, I had to come on here and say validation from Spirit on the reading that I just did a couple of days ago. And I knew that Jada was lying. She was lying on about, you know, the relationship not being a relationship, and I knew that, and Spirit knew that. So I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it and get your thoughts, your comments and whatnot. I was like, whoa. So there, I saw it. I know about what happened because everybody's been messaging me, but I wanted to make a video about it just because it's hot tea. But anyways, sending much love to the Smiths and to August. But August still has healing to do. In all seriousness, he still has healing and maturity to go through, because a man his age coming out and airing out dirty laundry just doesn't look good on him. It's not a good look. And it doesn't, you know, help future relationships that he would be having, because then the girls that he would be in the women that he would be, not girls, but women that he would be in a relationship with in the future, I feel like, you know, what's to say that if they don't sign a non-disclosure agreement or something, that he's not going to air out their dirty laundry or post pics of them together. You know, it's like, keep your private life private. You know, don't try to ride somebody else's coattails for a few minutes of fame and whatnot, you know. And that's the whole lesson for him. And I feel like, again, he has harder lessons to learn. I don't feel like it's over as far as him being sober and clean and all of this with drugs and whatnot. I feel like that's not true. I feel like there is definitely a relapse in the future. There is going to be temptations, and I don't feel like he's strong enough, and I don't feel like Jada will be that person to lift him up and be there for him in the future, because he's already burned bridges with her. Again, they can be so forgiving, people can be so forgiving and accepting, but again, it's just not a good look, and it's not good to burn bridges with people that you may need in the future. And the fact that he went on air in national TV or wherever, you know, to do this interview and spoke about it so openly. Again, a lot of women mainly that are fans or think that he's hot and stuff are forgiving him, but I don't feel like, again, he should be, you know, put as the victim in all of this, because again, he knew what he was doing. Drugs are not an excuse. They don't alter you to the point where you don't know what you're doing. If he knew, you know, why aren't people saying, you know, you knew about using drugs, you know, why did you do it? But they're not going to talk about that, because again, it's just something that, you know, people want to forget, you know, everybody has done something in their life, whether it was drinking, smoking, you know, etc. So again, people are being just, I feel like, hypocritical in this, really. The people that are defending August are being very hypocritical. And again, these are just my comments, my own opinions on this. This is not a reading. But again, I feel like, you know, there was just so much more that Jada could have said. She could have dragged him if she wanted to, but she kept it clean and classy. And so I give her kudos for that. And I felt like it was very uncomfortable for Will. And he joked at the end that he would end up getting even with her. So I feel like he is very serious about that. But again, their relationship is very weird, very open, you know, and it is what it is. But anyways, all right, guys, I wanted to spend a couple of minutes to give you some tea, which I'm probably sure that everybody's seen it or will see it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I already saw it. All right, guys, I love you so much. Until next time. Bye.